Hi, my name is Chima Nadekwe, and I am a biomedical consultant. And today we're going to be talking on a very important topic: why Nigerian doctors would prefer buying a car over equipping their hospitals. Now, this is a very important or critical issue. Um, Majority of the hospitals in Nigeria are underly equipped. And as a result of that, it raised a question: is it a matter of finance or poor management of finance? And many times we have come to the conclusion after various research that majorly most medical directors, hospital owners are not financial financially literate, and as because of that, they tend to mismanage their finance at every point in time, and they are more concerned about buying cars over equipping their hospitals. Now, you might be wondering what's the problem with the car. No problem at all. But the problem is placing the interest of your business over pleasure, over status, over minute and temporary satisfaction. Mr. Aliko Dangote said something quite striking. He said that he does not own a house in the UK, he doesn't own any house outside the space of Nigeria, but he knows people that are working for him that actually owns houses outside the country. What was he trying to communicate? He was trying to make it known to us that for every business owners, for most entrepreneurs, it is important to understand the cycle of business, and that is reputation. Reputation of the process. I invest 10,000 rand today, I got 50,000 rand today. I put some in the reserve and I invest back the same. The outcome of the investment. And I keep repeating it over and over and over to a point where the business grows so much that its stability cannot be overemphasized. And I think this is an idea that most hospital owners should emulate. You shouldn't be focused on satisfying yourself rather than ensuring that the business grows properly. Now, of course, the business is supposed to pay you and all that, but they are incubation stage, they are growth stage, and you need to allow this business go through the series of this stage before you can begin to pull out of the business. So I would encourage what's it called, hospital owners and medical directors to take classes in business to actually educate them more, expose them to financial literacy and all that stuff to actually help them manage their limited resource. So I think this is a very important notion, and that's why I've raised it. A Harvard medical director or a Harvard hospital owner would prefer a car over equipping their hospital. Like I said ab initio, there's no problem in you buying a car or you owning a car, but the problem is not getting your priorities right. We're in a situation whereby the business needs some certain equipment to scale to the next phase or to pull to the next sector, and you have undermined that interest over temporary satisfaction, which is many times is costly to the business. So if business owners could understand this better, they understand that there's so much that they could, do with their limited resources. And it is important that we educate you guys, and that's what I'm doing to ensure that you guys tend to manage your finances properly. And it's most times it's driven to pressure, status pressure, peer pressure. Oh my God, you're a medical doctor, you shouldn't be tracking, you shouldn't, you should have a car. And it is this the center of the goal. Oh, let's do this thing, let me buy a car, and that's just it. No, your business could actually buy you thousands of cars when the time is right. And I feel if we can just get this basic, we understand that there are certain things that should be done at the right time. And I would encourage hospital owners, medical directors, aspiring hospital owners, entrepreneurs that are trying to go into the medical sector should understand the sequence of business. You know, the incubation stage, the growth stage, the stability stage, and then in the stage where the business can afford whatever loss that the CEO or the owners of the company would want. But then the problem is not going through these stages, trying to break these stages just to satisfy your temporary need. And like I gave you with an instance with what Mr. Aliko Dangote said, which he went as far to explain to us that, look, we need to understand that business is a different individual from us, and we need to center, we need to give business that attention. We need to allow that business go. We don't need to suffocate the business so that the business can actually really grow and actually pay us on the long run. So I would stop for now here, and I hope that you listen to my next podcast, and I'll be talking about how hospital owners can actually equip their hospital with exactly 0 naira in their account. So watch out for my next podcast. Thank you so much for listening.